I have already explained what is a topology and also comparison of two topologies when the two topologies are comparable. And also I stated one theorem that is a standard topology. It is called cofinite topology or finite complement topology. Finite complement topology. Finite complement topology. We prove this one. We consider now some important topologies. Second is usual topology. Finite complement topology means suppose X be a non-empty set. X be a non-empty set, and tau is a collection of subsets of X. Collection of subsets of X. Subsets of X such that G belongs to tau if first one G is equal to pi, or if G not equal to pi, then G dash is finite, then only G belongs to tau. See, understand what is the collection of subsets of X. First you have to understand what is the collection of subsets of X. How tau is defined here. Because what is a topology? Topology means two things are there. One, a non-empty set and a collection of subsets of X. It is usually denoted by this letter. It is called tau, or sometimes it is denoted by capital T. Usually we denote collection of subsets by tau, and topology is denoted by tau. And if this tau collection of subsets of X satisfies four axioms, then it is called a topology. What are the four axioms? First is X must belongs to tau. It is subsets of X. X must belongs to tau. Pi must belongs to tau. And every union of members of tau must be a member of tau. And finite intersection of members of tau must be a member of tau. Now how the collection is defined here? A member G belongs to tau if G is equal to pi. Second, if G not equal to pi, then it belongs to tau only when its complement is finite. Now we prove that it is a topology. This collection is a topology and it is called finite complement topology. Now to prove this, what is the first axiom? First axiom is the following are the axioms. Following are the axioms of topology. First one, X belongs to tau. How the collection is defined? You have to understand this collection is defined like this. That is, subsets of X are taken like this. It is denoted by tau. X belongs to tau because when X belongs to tau, if X dash is finite, then X belongs to tau. What is X dash? X dash is phi, which is finite. Therefore X belongs to tau. Second, pi belongs to tau by definition. By definition of this collection, pi belongs to tau. Third one, we have to prove that every union of members of tau is a member of tau. For that, we take that A alpha such that alpha is equal to 1 to n be a subsets of tau, B or belongs to tau. What you have to prove? Union A alpha also belongs to tau. You have to prove that union A alpha belongs to tau. For that, we use De Morgan's law here. A alpha belongs to tau means A alpha dash is finite. For all alpha is equal to 1 to n. We consider family of sets here. A alpha is a family of sets. Suppose it belongs to tau. When A alpha belongs to tau, each A alpha dash is finite. Now consider intersection A alpha complement. Intersection A alpha, alpha is equal to 1 to n, its complement. First we prove that intersection A alpha belongs to do. When intersection A alpha belongs to do, if intersection A alpha complement is finite, we prove that one intersection A alpha complement is union of A alpha complement, alpha is equal to 1 to n by De Morgan's law. In lower classes, in first sem or second sem, you have studied under set theory, generalized De Morgan's laws. This is generalized De Morgan's laws. Since each A alpha complement is finite, union A alpha complement, alpha is equal to 1 to n, is finite. Union is finite means it belongs to, this implies union A alpha complement, alpha is equal to 1 to n belongs to tau, because when it belongs to tau, its complement is finite or it is finite. Just a minute. So we have arrived at this type. A alpha dash is finite, therefore union A alpha dash, alpha is equal to 1 to n is finite. This implies it is finite means if its complement is finite, then this set belongs to tau. See the definition. If its complement is finite, then this belongs to tau. This implies intersection A alpha, alpha is equal to 1 to n belongs to tau. This belongs to tau. Now similarly, fourth one, we prove that union A alpha also belongs to tau. When do you say that union A alpha belongs to tau? If its complement is finite. So we consider again generalized De Morgan's laws. By generalized De Morgan's laws, union A alpha, alpha is equal to 1 to n, its complement is intersection of A alpha complement, alpha is equal to 1 to n. Carefully study this one. This is called generalized De Morgan's laws. Union A alpha complement is intersection of A alpha complement, where A alpha is a family of collection of family of sets. Since each A alpha dash is finite. Why each A alpha dash is finite? Because this one here. We have taken A alpha belongs to 2 because A alpha dash is finite. Since each A alpha dash is finite, intersection A alpha dash, alpha is equal to 1 to n is finite. This implies union A alpha, alpha is equal to 1 to n belongs to 2. See now what happened here? The complement of union A alpha is finite. Complement of union A alpha is finite means union A alpha belongs to 2. Now therefore all the group axioms are satisfied. Hence this collection is a topology, and this is called finite complement topology. We may refer to this one when we proceed in this topic, topology. We may refer to this topology. It is finite complement topology. Next is usual topology. Usual topology means it is defined like this. I take this as a theorem. Standard topologies. Let U be the collection of subsets of the real number system capital R with the following property. So it is denoted by this notation now. U is collection of subsets of real number system with the following properties. A subset A of R belongs to U. So how U is defined here, that is important. Belongs to U if first one A is equal to 5, or if A not equal to 5, then for each x belongs to A, there exists an open interval I, such that x belongs to I, which is contained in A. X belongs to I, which is contained in A. First you have to understand the collection here, how it is defined. What is the topology? A collection of subsets of X is topology if that collection satisfies 4 axioms. Therefore, first you have to understand how that collection of subsets of X is defined. It is denoted by U here, is subset of real numbers R. It is a collection of subsets of R with these two properties. What is that? If A is equal to pi, then it belongs to U. Suppose A not equal to pi, then it belongs to U if for each x belongs to A, there exists an open interval. We have denoted this by I, such that x belongs to I, x is contained in that I, and that I must be contained in A. There should exist an open interval which contains every point of A, and it is contained in A. Then it is a topology, and it is called usual topology. Now we prove this one. Suppose this condition is satisfied, that is a subset, collection of subsets of R is denoted by U, and the members of U satisfies these two conditions. Then we have to prove that it satisfies all the grouped all the axioms of topology. First is by the definition of U. Definition of U, phi belongs to U and R belongs to U. R belongs to U. Why R belongs to U? R means set of all reals, and for every R is set of all reals. Therefore, for every x belongs to R, we can find out an open interval I that contains x, and it is contained in R. Therefore, by definition of the family of that subsets of R, pi and R is in U. Now, only other two axioms we have to prove. For that, let tau be a collection of sets in U. Sets in U. We shall prove that union of F belongs to tau belongs to U. See, the first thing, we take some arbitrary members of U, that is tau is a member of collection of sets in U. We prove that union of that F belongs to tau is a set in U. Then union of every members of U is again in U. To prove this, let X belongs to union F belongs to tau. Then X belongs to union F means X belongs to some F in U. Some F in U. Hence, see, if X belongs to some F in U, by definition of this, by definition of collection of subsets of R, if X belongs to some F in U, then there exists an open interval, it is denoted by, say, fx, open interval fx, there exists open interval, we have taken, suppose x belongs to some fx in u, therefore there exists an open interval, say I, such that x belongs to I and it is contained in fx. It is contained in fx. And this fx is contained in union f belongs to 2. Union f belongs to 2. This implies by definition of the member of U, union f belongs to 2 is in U. Say, what do you have to prove here? Suppose 2 is a collection of sets in U. We have to prove that union of that collection of sets in U is again a member of U. For that we have taken x belongs to, suppose, union f. Then x belongs to some member of f here, some member of 2. What is that? Is x belongs to fx. By definition, x belongs to fx means there exists an open interval, say I, which contains x and is contained in fx. But fx is contained in union f. This implies, see now, for every x belongs to union f, there exists an open interval I such that x belongs to I and it is contained in union f. Hence, union f is a member of U. We have applied definition finally. When union f belongs to U, every x belongs to union f, there must exist an open interval I such that x belongs to I and it is contained in union f. That is satisfied here. Next, we prove that the finite intersection of the members of U is again a member of U. This is the fourth axiom of topology. Again a member of U. What do you have to prove? Finite intersection of members of U is again a member of U. Now for that, if we prove that any two arbitrary members, union of any two arbitrary members of U is again a member of U, then finite intersection is also a member of U. We take any two arbitrary elements of U. And before that, we prove that a element belongs to U if it is union of open intervals. We prove like this. For that, first we show that a subset A of R is in U if and only it can be expressed as a union of open intervals. Say for the fourth axiom, what is that? Fourth axiom is finite intersection of members of 2 or U here is again a member of U. finite intersection of members of U is again a member of U. For that, first we prove that a subset A of R belongs to U if and only if it can be expressed as the union of open intervals. Then we take any two arbitrary elements of this U, prove that intersection of that member is again a member of U, and the axiom is satisfied. For that, let A belongs to U. This implies for each x belongs to A, how it is defined? Member of U are defined. For each x belongs to U, there exists an open interval. There exists an open interval, say Ix, such that x belongs to Ix, which is contained in A. Say always definition of the subsets of R, how it is defined is important. How the members of U are defined? If A belongs to U, for each x belongs to A, there should exist an open interval. We have taken that as Ix, such that x belongs to Ix, which is contained in A. Hence, union of x is contained in x belongs to A is contained in union Ix, x belongs to A, which is contained in A. This implies A is union of Ix, x belongs to A. Because here, union of x belongs to A is contained in union Ix, which is contained in A. But what is this union of x belongs to A? It is nothing but A. Therefore, A is contained in union of Ix, union of Ix is contained in A. That implies A is union of Ix, x belongs to A. Now we take any two arbitrary members. So what happens here? We have proved that a member A belongs to U if and only it can be expressed as union of open intervals. Every member of U is union of open intervals. So we take A is equal to union Ix, x belongs to A, and B is equal to union Iy, y belongs to B, are any two arbitrary members of this U. If we prove that their intersection is also a member of U, then the intersection of finite intersection of members of U is again a member of U. Fourth axiom is satisfied. Now we consider A intersection B is equal to union Ix, x belongs to A, intersection union Iy, y belongs to B. This is equal to, it is equal to union of Ix intersection Iy, but Ix intersection Iy is either empty or an open interval, because it is union of open intervals is open interval or an open interval. Hence, union Ix intersection Iy belongs to U. This implies here, what is A intersection B? It is union Ix intersection Iy, and Ix intersection Iy is either it is empty or an open interval. Hence, union Ix intersection Iy belongs to U, because this we have already proved. Union of members of two is a member of two. This implies A intersection B belongs to U. Hence, all the four axioms are satisfied, and this is a topology. It is again a standard topology. It is called usual topology, and RU is called a usual space, or it is called a real space. Usual space or real space. Thus you have studied two standard topologies here. First one is cofinite topology. Second is usual topology. Question may be, for objective also this can be converted into objective question by a number of ways. We can convert this into number of ways. What is usual topology? Or if the topology is defined by this, then it is called. So first you have to understand the concept, then whatever may be the type of example, either it is descriptive or MCQ, you can easily answer. Only thing is you have to understand the concept. I think all of you understood what is usual topology and cofinite topology. Now I consider some examples on this. First is, prove that an open interval is an open set of the usual topology. Again I have used here open set of the topology. Open set means, suppose X2 is a topological space. When do you say that X2 is a topological space? Tau is a topology on X. Then the members of tau are called open sets. Now we prove that, you have to prove that open interval is an open set of usual topology. How to prove this one? For that you have to understand what is usual topology. Let I be an open interval. Now how the usual topology is defined here? Usual topology is defined like this. Suppose R is set of all reals, U be the collection of subsets of R, and U is such that if A is equal to pi, then it belongs to U. If A not equal to pi, then it belongs to U. If for each x belongs to A, there exists an open interval I such that x belongs to I, which is contained in A. This is the definition of members of U. How the topology is defined? Suppose R is set of all reals. We have taken collection of subsets of R such that A is equal to pi, then it belongs to U. Suppose A not equal to pi, then for each x belongs to A, there should exist an open interval I such that x belongs to I, which is contained in A. Now, since we have taken I open interval itself, for each x belongs to I itself is the open interval. Therefore, x belongs to I, which is contained in I. Now this I is A here. For each x belongs to I, the open interval itself serves as the open interval. For each x belongs to I itself is the open interval. X belongs to I is contained in I. This implies I belongs to U. Hence, each open interval is an open set of usual topology. I hope the subject is, you understand, all of you followed the subject, and I continue some more examples in the next video.